Hi, my name is Reese from the Eastern Suburbs School of Music, showing you how to play the guitar solo out of the studio version of Kiss's Nothing to Lose, the second track on their debut album. It uses the E minor pentatonic scale. Pentatonic scale, a common shape that guitarists will learn to start guitar soloing, and the most common that Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley uses. E minor brings you to the 12th fret, and you can probably locate that easily by the double dots that sit on most electric guitars at that particular fret number, 12th fret. If you haven't learnt the minor pentatonic scale before, go and have a look at the video that we've got on this YouTube channel to learn the finger pattern that you would need to know to play this solo and many solos that Ace Frehley does. Let's start to have a look at phrase number 1. Phrase number 1 of this solo, Ace is performing a string bend. There's a video on this particular channel regarding string bends and how to do them. Now, not only is Ace doing a string bend, and where he's performing it is 15th fret of the second string. 15th fret has a dot on most electric guitars, so use that dot to locate that fret nice and quickly. He's performing a tone bend. A tone bend pushes the string to the point that it sounds like the note that we hear 2 frets higher. So you will want to use fingers in support. I've got my third finger, it's the one next to pinky, at the 15th fret, and second finger and first finger just sitting in behind it, and all three push together to control the string right to the point of reaching the pitch that I want it to go to. Not only is Ace bending this note at the 15th fret of second string by a tone, but he's also putting vibrato on the top of it, and we're doing that by I'm pushing my fingertips back and forth at the top, and he does it quite quick. It's quite a fast vibrato. So he does the string bend, and then another bend and return, once again at 15th fret. Bend with vibrato, bend and return. This is all taking place at 15th fret of the second string. Bend with vibrato, bend and return, and then land at 12th fret, your double dots, all once again on the second string. Bend and vibrato, bend and return, 12, and then to finish the phrase, 14th fret of the third string. So just going up one string. This does perfectly follow the minor pentatonic scale pattern, where you've got a note at 15th fret on second string, 12th fret on second string, and then moving it up to 14th fret of the third string. Bend with vibrato, bend and return, 12 on second, and then 14 on the third string. And repeat it. And you've got phrase 1. So it takes that lick, plays it twice. And you've got phrase 1 out of the Nothing to Lose solo. Phrase number 2 once again has Ace bending strings. This time we're starting on 15th fret of string 1 and doing a bend and return. And following that bend and return, going to second string 12th fret, double dots once again on the second string. So this first half of the phrase bend at 15 and return on string number 1, 12 on second string. We then follow that up with a bend at 14th fret of 3rd string, a bend and return at 14, and then finalising the phrase 12th fret or your double dots of 3rd string as well. And that is phrase number 2 of the Nothing to Lose solo. Recapping: 1st string, bend at 15 and return, 2nd string 12, 14, bend and return on 3rd string, finish at 12 on 3rd string. And there you have phrase number 2. Phrase number 3 of the Nothing to Lose guitar solo. Frets that I'll be using here to perform a scale run is 12 and 14 on the 5th string, and 12 and 14 on the 4th string as well. Is what the phrase sounds like. So, where we start, 12th fret of the 5th string, and performing a hammer-on onto 14 of that same string. If you haven't done hammer-ons before, look at one of the videos we've got on this particular channel describing how to perform this technique. 12 to 14, and then dropping down a string, 12th fret of the 4th string. I'm playing that note 1, 2, 3 times. So that is the first lick that you get in this phrase. The next part, hitting those 3 notes again, but in succession, 12 and 14 on 5th string, straight down to 12 on 4th string. So 1, 2, 3 notes, 12, 14, 12 as fret numbers. And then an answer to that, 14 and 12 of the 4th string, and then going back up to 14th fret of 5th string to finish out. To complete phrase number 3 of the Nothing to Lose guitar solo. Phrase number 4 of the Nothing to Lose solo, and the good news is you've already learnt this. Ace reuses phrase number 1. Exactly the same. It's one of Ace's great tricks that he does, repetition or just slight variations on licks that he's already done. And in phrase number 5, we do get a slight variation of phrase number 2. So let's look at phrase number 5. Phrase number 5 of the Nothing to Lose guitar solo, we're string bending on 1st string, 15th fret, 2 bend and returns, and then the tail to this phrase is a scale run on the 2nd string, fret numbers 12, 15 and 12. So all of phrase number 5 together. Just connecting that with phrase number 4 that's just come before it. And heading into our last phrase now to complete this solo. Phrase number 6 of the Nothing to Lose guitar solo. We get a series of scale pattern licks using the hammer-on technique. So I'm starting this at 12th fret of the 5th string. Use your double dots once again to locate that 12th fret and hammering on to 14th fret. And then dropping down a string to finish this lick, 12th fret of 4th string. So 12, 14, 5th string, down to 12 on 4th string. We repeat that pattern, but just simply drop everything down a string. So instead of starting on 5th string, you now start this pattern on 4th string. So this second lick of the phrase, 12 and 14, hammering on to 14 on the 4th string. And then dropping down to 12th fret of 3rd string. So using a lick just down a string. Great trick that Ace does to create his guitar solos. And to finish it out, a hammer on and pull off. So hammer on to 14. This is on 3rd string. 12 hammers on to 14. And then flick off the string to do a pull off. The notes that we're hearing at the moment, 3rd string, 12, 14, 12. And the tail of the lick, 14 on 4. And finish at 12 on 3rd string. And our new part, hammer and pull off, 14, 12. And that is the full solo, the studio version of Nothing to Lose. Phrase 6 ends with, and finish it with a big A chord to take you into the next chorus. Okay, so I'll put all the phrases together now. I've added some distortion onto the tone just to make those notes sustain a bit more. Here is the full solo. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do that once again, just a little bit slower.